a daily podcast that shines a light on the American justice system and its role in empowering the powerful to take from you. The justice system is the only branch of your government where an individual, rather than the collective, can make the system act for you. It puts power in the individual's hands, but it's broken and being used against you at a time when you need it most.
And we are live on Who Wrote That Up. Today is Tuesday, November 8th, 2022. I'm Sonja Ebron, a co-founder at Courtroom 5.
And I'm Debra Sloan, the other co-founder at Courtroom 5.
We have a marvelous show for you today. In a few moments, we'll speak with David at Oculus Realty. David is a licensed real estate broker. He's a property manager and occasional expert witness, and we'll get to speak with him about all of those roles. Before we get there, Debra, what is our issue of the day?
I want to talk a little bit about mostly about opportunities or recognizing when you have a legal problem. A lot of people, most people, pro se litigants are defendants. That's because they've been brought into court. They have no other, um, oftentimes have no other choice but to either fight or just lose the case. So they recognize that, okay, you've got a legal problem because duh, somebody sued you. But when it comes to other issues, when you can be a plaintiff, oftentimes people don't recognize that they have a legal problem, and and I can see where most people are like, well, I don't even want to bother. I don't want to bother going to court for this. And sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. And most of the time, if it's a small case, lawyers aren't going to want to take it up. But for example, there are some cases that sometimes you kind of want to take it up. I'm looking at a case of this fellow in Massachusetts who's suing a waste management company because they're not picking up his waste. They leave it. When he puts his trash out, they basically leave it. They leave his yard looking really, really bad with all this trash in front. They just skip some days. And he's just upset. And I don't blame him that they're not doing their job, the job that they're getting paid for. And so he's recognizing that this is a legal problem. I can go to court and I can perhaps make this company do what it needs to do. And I really like when people realize that, okay, this is a legal problem. Let me just take it on.
That's fascinating. There are so many somewhat trivial matters like that. The guy getting his up. I mean, why make a federal case of it, as they say, right? But there are so many of these little nuisances operating the way they should. And look, these folks have the ability to pick up his trash. He's right. There is a legal issue, right? And I think you remind me the Legal Services Corporation is the nation's primary fund related programs around the country. And every few years they do a report on the justice gap. And one of the things they in the most recent report is that the vast majority of legal problems aren't recognized as legal problems, just like
Mhm.
this sort of thing. And I think when so many people are not seeing their problems as things that can be resolved by a court, well, they sort of take them out in other ways. There's a justice one way or the other. Sometimes they take it out on themselves, and you have high stress levels or blood pressure or whatever it is. Sometimes you take it off on the love. So there's child abuse, there's domestic violence, there's all these sorts of things as a result of the accumulation of somewhat trivial issues that you can't get justice for. And so I'm really happy to see this a trash collector to court. I'd love to see many of the other problems and disputes that could be in courts handled in court, right? Rather than handled in the streets, if you would. So that's
Exactly.
good news. That is. I think all of us need to learn better how to use this branch of our government, because that's sort of what it's set aside to do, is to handle these sorts of disputes, no matter how trivial they might seem to others. So fantastic. Good news and good luck to him. Well, who wrote that up for you is sponsored by Courtroom 5. At Courtroom 5, we believe the courts belong to the people, in particular to the people, and we the people are coming to claim our courts. So if you are in court without a lawyer, or you need to sue someone, can't find a lawyer to represent you, get courtroom5.com, try a limited version of our service, and we hope to provide some relief for you there. At this time, it's my pleasure to welcome to the show, May. Uh, David, welcome.
Thank you. It's great being here. I appreciate the invitation.
I think we do have an audio challenge. I think, David, if there's something that you can turn on, you absolutely want to do that. But we'll continue on here. Oculus Realty. Can you give us just a brief overview of what?
Yes, Oculus was founded as a property management company where we manage multifamily and retail property in the Washington, D.C. area. We have since, over the last several years, become advisors to owners and operators of property, as well as doing expert witness work in the standard of care in property management.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. And so, as a property manager, you are responsible
I'm actually having a hard time hearing you.
for maintaining a built environment. You want to make sure that the built environment is as risk-free as possible. What, in your opinion, is the role of a property manager in maintaining a built environment?
Sonja, I couldn't hear a word you said. I'm so sorry.
Let's try that again.
I'm gonna.
What's
I apologize. I'm gonna leave and come back.
fantastic? No worries. No worries. We'll take a break here. Well,
Yeah, let's do
Deborah.
a quiz.
Yeah, let's do a quiz. What is yesterday's quiz, if anyone? And yeah, what do you have lined up for us tomorrow?
Well, it was an easy true and false, so we had a winner. True or false? An affirmative defense explains why the defendant is not liable, even if all the facts in the complaint are true. That is a true statement, and the winner is Jenica L.
Congratulations to Jenica there.
And today's quiz is a little bit more difficult. Which of the following are important at the complaint stage of litigation? So, is it A? And it has to be all of these. I'm sorry. It has to be each one of these in the row. So, is it A, evidence, venue, and liability? Is it B, witnesses, prayer for relief and discovery? Is it C, service of process, venue, and jurisdiction? Or is it D, depositions, venue, and jurisdiction? Which of the following are important at the complaint stage of litigation? If you want to participate in today's quiz, send your responses to quiz@courtroom5.com.
I'm looking forward to the answers to those, and hopefully that's not one of your many trick questions. We'll get good answers there. Fantastic. Well, let's bring David Mate back to the show. David, thank you for joining us again on Who Wrote That Up for You. All right, David, hopefully you can hear us here. Oh my, looks like we're going to have some audio challenges with David. It looks like we'll have to on at another time. I did want to speak with you about property management services and your experience as an expert witness, but we will have to try this another day. But I'm going to share your information. You can visit David at oculusrealty.com. So sorry, David. We will have again soon.
You want to try see if you can hear me?
So no. At any rate, that's all we have for you today. So sorry we weren't able to speak with David, but we will try him again on another day. All right. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Are you feeling beleaguered, angry, or afraid, as if things are spinning out of control and you're powerless to stop them? It's easy to just let things slide and hope they don't get worse. But they often do get worse. The thing is, you're not powerless. Our courts belong to us, and their purpose is to give power to the powerless. Don't let your grievances pile up without redressing them. You can handle this in court. Or, if someone takes you to court, you can take them to school.